here we are with Exalted versus World of Darkness. Heaven for Everyone. The Season 1 outro episode. So technically episode 13, but it's an outro. I am Devin, the referee. We're in June 2019, and to my left we have...
Nicole playing Princess Magnificent with lips of coral and robes of black feathers.
Ian playing Salt Spray Purity.
Kevin playing Brass Dancer.
And Peter's Creation Ruling Mandate.
Alright, gang. So, here we are at the end of Season 1, and this is just an episode to talk about our thoughts about the game and talk to the listeners and shoot the shit about it a bit. I don't think it'll be very long. Where do we want to start?
I really liked this game. It was really fun.
I did too. It was refreshing.
Agreed.
I also like the rules for it. I like the system, even though I know that other people don't. I like it.
I think it's perfectly usable as a system.
Well, it was really fun coming back to the concept of our characters and continuing that story in a new way, I guess.
Yeah.
And being exiled in the world of darkness was also fun because we just steamrolled so many things.
It's really fun. I really like how our characters are reflections of our old characters, but also like
They aren't
How
them,
we
Yeah, they're not them.
and change them. Yeah.
It's also funny that like it's like, oh hey, like some of us have taken on like other of us's traits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they've grown and they've molded with yeah.
The turn of ages changes everything.
Yeah. It was a good romp through just a fun campaign, and I'm excited for season 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
same.
All those poor vampires. Oh,
I feel no pity.
solar flare.
I like the ones that are our friends. The ones that aren't can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, it was nice to have Le Megaton come back between the different games.
Yes, the serpent.
Yes, the Serpent
Yeah.
Leader. I think that's the third game he's been in, because he also was in Black Star.
I'm
No,
not
it
sure.
wasn't.
No, we did have an encounter with a Serpent of Eden.
I don't even remember that. When did
Remember
that happen?
Lancelot hologram and that derelict spaceship?
It wasn't the Serpent of Eden, but it was called the Serpent of Eden.
Oh, okay.
It was just a snake.
Oh,
or
it was just
like
Satan.
a dragon or something.
Yeah. Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
Um,
I like how my character is growing into and much more rapidly embracing the whole "we have a cult" thing.
Yeah, that was a sticky point at the start, but then, you solve my problems, you're the garbage can for people.
I like how my character is growing into his whole like healer Jesus persona. It's kind of funny and fun.
Moo's definitely becoming more arrogant about like what he is, as well as a definite wedge was created with the whole cult thing. Because while the other characters are like the other Exalts are very into it, as a surprise, this time the Killer Queen's incarnation is not so comfortable with the idea of being worshipped as anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to not necessarily lean too much into it, because we still got probably a good while to go with this game. So
Also,
I'm totally fine with characters leaning into it. It's just
Yeah.
him as a character, he is super not comfortable with being worshipped.
but it just seems like neither of the other two are.
Yeah.
Creation Ruling Mandate and Salt Spray Purity aren't really comfortable with being worshipped.
They're just
But they're like, these people exist. We can't stop them, so we may as well use them.
That's where Moo disagrees. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we totally can't stop them.
And
yeah.
my character, on the other hand, was like, oh, that's a little bit weird, but I do like all the attention. So yeah, she's leaning more into it and more into being less being like, oh yeah, we're friends with, my servants, and more being like, hey, you work for me.
bad Bobby.
Yeah.
No.
You stepped out of line.
Bad Jasons. That's the one we're worried about right now.
Oh yes, the group of teens who are
Oh god.
oh no, you heal the coma patients, and now they're walking amongst us.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so
A
terrifying.
big running theme has been our powers, our kind of not misuse of them, but just our use of them having drawbacks and consequences that we are not fully aware of
Yeah.
I mean,
or don't think fully about.
that's technically what we came in this game for, wanting to have consequence for actions, have
Yeah.
things die because of our actions, and us not having an easy way out of it because that creates more
Exactly.
drama,
More story.
problems.
Because it's like, yeah, you drop me in the middle of like 100 people, and I'll punch my way out of there, sure. But that doesn't make an exciting story. Whereas if you drop me in the middle of 100 people, and there's like innocent bystanders I need to protect, and there's people I want to hide my powers from, and the other stuff, it creates a much better story.
Yeah, generally us trying to keep our powers slightly down low, and want to keep our kill count to the minimum. I think helps us with this game rather than just embracing it. Just
Yeah,
chewing
Yeah.
through the
we
whole
don't want to be
system.
just murder hobos because
We've done that.
we've done that, and B, the system's broken enough that if we wanted to be murder hobos, Devin would be like, well, you win, game 1, session over, all done.
Well, also,
Like-
it just doesn't make sense for the characters. We
Yeah.
were, like, people raised in North America in the 80s. It's like, we've been raised in a society where it's like, hey, murder is wrong.
Respect life.
Respect life.
Yeah, oh.
So there's
There's
no
all
way
the
that...
superhero comics about what you should do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking, we grew up with Superman. We're not gonna go around and start murdering people.
No, exactly.
So I think our characters have reference as well, like superheroes and kind of that.
I mean, Mike kind of wears a Batman shirt, so yes, definitely. But yeah, the Exalted vs. World of Darkness by Hold'em is a really good implementation of Exalted and the Chronicles of Darkness as is. I think our only gripes might be with the base system itself, the V5 and what have you. Or V20, sorry.
Holy
Because-
shit, the World of Darkness system is a fucking nightmare.
I
It's
like
just a combat engine. It's miserable to DM for, or to referee for.
Yeah.
It's an endless, exhausting, tired, bloated combat system.
Later versions do a lot better job of adding in, social stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, Chronicles of Darkness kind of pulls it off.
I mean,
Dexterity 5 for everybody?
yeah, Dex is good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
I think-
dexterity thing.
Like,
I remember mentioning this while we were reviewing our Exalted 3rd edition. I was saying that, by the time Exalted came out, the system we were using, which was based on the more old World of Darkness, was already outdated by a decade from New World of Darkness. And now we also have Chronicles of Darkness that came out a couple of years back.
New World of Darkness is like 14 years old. Chronicles of Darkness is the most streamlined version of it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, V20 didn't go the changes that they made in the New World of Darkness instead of just continuing the old line. And I think that's to its detriment, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
it's also a pain in the butt because the rules are scattered between like 7 or 8 different books.
That's not that bad.
Well, I mean,
Honestly-
I'm just thinking when you had to find grenade stats.
Okay, that's just the White Wolf and World of Darkness being shitty games in general, where it's like, how do I find grenades? They're not in Vampire, they're not in Werewolf. You know where they are? In Wraith.
No,
speaking
Kevin,
of rape.
the real thing is, how do you soul forge?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
You don't.
Funnily enough, so yeah, Wraith 20, it's been in development for 6 years or whatever. No rules for soul forging. One of the new books they just put out, actually, that I guess I kickstarted, so I get a book for it. I fucking hate that I kickstarted these
Surprise.
goddamn games. One of the new books has rules for soul forging. And I was able to figure this out from an old book from 20 years ago that it's basically a craft roll, and the new book takes the brave mechanical thing of saying that it's a craft roll.
Ah.
Fuck you, World of Darkness.
Yeah, that or creating wonders and so on. I think we had a discussion with Holden about how it works and that there's more interesting systems on supplemental meta than original book because they couldn't spare an extra half a page or something. Yeah, the system is very min-maxy. The linear XP is a pain, as usual.
There's no hooks for social or investigation. There's no hooks for anything that isn't superhero combat. That might as well be grid-based combat. So, like, if ever I want to throw a threat at you, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll roll 6 dice. I don't need to have a stat block. It doesn't matter anyway. It's going to die soon anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if this was Fellowship, I'm all like, it's a vampire with a claymore that's like, an old Teutonic knight or whatever. He's a threat. He has strong. He has vampire resilience. He has feral Nosferatu as threats. You got to deal with them. You're like, oh shit, I got to deal with these threats. I better get advantage and use, different things to like hook those apart so we can defeat him once and for all.
Yep.
But no.
Yeah, coming back to it, it was like, oh, I'm remembering so many years of dealing with the system and
Same.
all those problems.
All this
It's coming back
fucking
to us.
shit.
Put 5s into everything. Min-max dwarves and everything.
Yeah, step 1, take 5 in Dex, you stupid fucking animal.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but maybe Dex isn't the most. You fucking idiot, John Arbuckle. 5 Dex is the only thing you need.
It really is. It's used for like.
It's just for every combat role. For throwing, for bows, for guns, for swinging swords.
Melee and dodging.
For
dodging.
For start of for initiative, for
For parkour and shit.
yeah.
You stupid idiots.
Like,
Take 5 Dex.
Everything needs Dex.
The game might as well just start you fucking off with 5 Dex. It's what you're gonna take anyway, if you're not, if you're not gonna fall into a trap.
And natures and demeanors.
Ugh.
How useful are demeanors, Devin?
I don't even know, man. Like,
Did we use that?
I don't think there's anything that uses demeanor. It's just a fluff.
can you talk about how fucking stupid nature and demeanor are? So nature's like who you are on the inside, and demeanor is who you show yourself as.
Yep.
And demeanor doesn't come up ever. It's just like, oh, he seems like he's a rascally goofball, and it's like, okay, that's how he acts. It's like, but secretly he's a kitten rapist. And it's like,
Whoa!
and it's like, oh, okay. You think that might bleed through into who he is in real life? It's like, no, his demeanor is that he's a rascally goofball.
Fucking lord.
Look at this cat.
Right? It's like, it's just dumb. I'm
What?
not gonna be. I'm not. Sorry, failed journalist guy who bitched about the Onyx Path podcast we did a little while ago. We're not gonna do an in-depth journalistic integrity breakdown of why nature and demeanor isn't super good in fucking World of Darkness.
I like it kind of like as a. Well, I like nature as like a fluff thing because it can help you nail down like.
Like demeanor, you mean?
And plus, it
No,
gives you
both
willpower.
Maybe, like if it was
The
one
general.
thing, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
It just needs to be one thing. It
Yeah.
gives you willpower when you act as your character would
Yeah.
act. And that's fine. That would be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I took my nature is a survivor. My demeanor is a thrill seeker. So people who watch me think that I'm just going into these fights because I'm crazy, but really I'm just trying to survive them. So again, it's a fluff thing. It's however you want to. It has no practical purposes, and you can, as Devin said, you can go like, oh, I'm a goofball, but secretly I'm a kitten murderer. Like you can go completely abstract with them, and the game doesn't penalize you. Whereas I tried to put them
It doesn't
kind of
even
together.
Penalize you. It doesn't reward you.
Yeah, it
right?
doesn't reward
It
you or
doesn't
penalize.
add
It doesn't do anything.
This is another thing that Chronicles and Second Edition fixed.
Yeah.
What did they?
They still have it. It's just that
They
both
have-
reward you.
You have Virtue and Vice, or like Life and Legend, or your Dirge and Mask, and so on, depending like which spot you have. Like,
So if you're a vampire,
yeah, you have your
Dirge and Mask.
yeah, you have like the facade you put out as a vampire because social them is important, but you're also simply a monster that has urges and so on that you have to pursue or something. So does it do all?
How you mask that you're a predator among other people and what kind of predator you are.
Yeah.
Which is
Works really
actually
well.
more engaging. Yeah, like nature and demeanor on its own is really flat and boring, but that where it's like, how do you hide what you are among other people? And then how are you a predator? It's like, oh, okay, that's actually really interesting for character development.
Yeah, or like in
It's
Werewolf,
not just child and then thrill seeker.
Yeah.
or like in the Werewolf where you have one towards like you being a person and one towards you, in terms of
Being
the
a
spirit
spirit,
world, and so on. So there are different things.
Yeah, without when you actually have to find balance. Because if you go too far to one end or the other, you start it starts fucking you up.
Yeah, but that's intimate.
Yeah.
All the good things we're talking about come from Chronicles of Darkness, the better version of the World of Darkness.
So, yeah, since we're also in World of Darkness and our characters have high stats and we also have excellencies, then everything
And the
comes
game wasn't
to
good to begin with.
11 to 12 about how ridiculous we are. So like, oh, hey Devon, can you roll 10 successes to hit me?
That's kind of the entire point of this WoD versus Exalted. Like that's the point of this whole system is that you're an Exalt. Like literally, the introduction to this game is a solar Exalt walking into a club of vampires and murdering them all, well, half naked and wearing horse masks.
I agree,
Yeah.
but holy fuck, could it be faster?
Yeah.
Like they make you do all the fucking hoops to get there, where it's like okay, imagine like I don't know, like a video game or something where you have to actually do a fighting game, right? Where like you load up your character, you have to go to the start menu, you have to pick your character, you have to pick your stage, an unskippable cutscene plays for both characters, the stage camera rolls around, the music starts as like 3, 2, 1, fight, and then your character immediately walks over and punches the guy and his health bar drops to 0, and then you have to watch the death animation, and then the game kicks into the you win, and then a cutscene happens or like a load screen happens, and then you're into round 2, like all of those things are what the World of Darkness system is doing, just to get you to the point where you punch them and they instantly die.
Yeah, like you have to roll 2 hit, then you have to roll damage, then the
You
other
have to
person
track
has to
their
roll
health boxes.
Soak.
You gotta track their willpower. You gotta track their permanent willpower. You gotta track if they have blood. You gotta track what disciplines they have. What level do they have their disciplines at?
Yeah.
And this is me. Even when it was vampires and I used other supernatural things came up, I still just used vampire disciplines like Vampire 20 says. Like, if you have a mage, just have them be using, like, celerity or, like, thaumaturgy or, like, you know, flesh crafting to represent some of their weird magic powers. Even that was still really fucking chuggy.
Yep. Because, you know, NPCs just have to have the same complexity as PCs. Because the GM can totally handling 5 people at the same time, while every PC has 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Like, you can get the You're Being the King of Everything experience from the game. It's just, boy fucking howdy, does it not be fast about it.
yeah.
Okay. What?
Yeah. I think that's it. You know, you guys like the Serpent. There's interaction with different vampire clans. I like that vampires don't fucking know their own origin based on who you talk to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of fun.
I did like that. Especially because, like, the first one came to me, it's like, oh, yeah, Jesus. And we're like, we assumed that he was right, most of us. Moo was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's kind of the one who's not raised in a Christian society at all.
Exactly.
So he's just like, that's really dumb.
Like, my character, you know, was raised Christian, vaguely.
American.
Yeah.
But
And then, like, he's like, oh, okay, I guess it is real. I was not believing that, but I guess it is.
yeah,
But then we had a bunch of more stories where it's like, okay, never mind.
These people don't know anything.
These people don't know anything. Moo knows that hell is real, though, so I'm gonna trust that.
yeah.
I know that hell is
So
real.
jot
too.
that down.
Oh, right, his power that lets everyone know, like, when he grants your wish, you know that hell is real.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
he will go there if you
Yeah.
fuck him over.
And also, like, you told us it and stuff, and, like, and that the world was ending. Like, I'll believe the stuff you're saying, because, like,
Yeah.
I know you, and I assume you're getting it from some kind of weird mystical source, like we're all doing.
Mm-hmm.
These vampires, though, they have
They're
no
all-
fucking ideas
yeah.
going on.
That was also more Chronicles of Darkness E, where you had multiple origins for vampires versus
Yeah.
Lord of Darkness K. End of story. Unless you're Asian, then maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Do you guys enjoy the Toreador conspiracy that... what system did you use for that, Devon?
Oh, okay. So there's this game called Night's Black Agent, and I guess probably don't buy it because Ken Hite wrote it, and he's like, he supports the Zodiac Killer and stuff, and he's kind of a weirdo, and he worked with that rapist Zach S on stuff. So don't buy it, but get it. But Night's Black Agent is a really cool game where you play Cold War or modern day spies who find out that not only is Dracula real, but but vampires are real, and they control the government and stuff, and you have to pull apart their conspiracies. And it actually gives a really cool system for building what's called the conspiracy pyramid, where it's a pyramid for how the vampires control aspects of society, going down different levels, and how those levels are like blood, wealth, or security assets, and how you can rip those assets apart to damage other assets in the grid. and like start to pull apart their entire organizational structure, which is pretty doable if you're a coalition of like government spies from different countries, but really good once you become solar exalts.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much it just involves us going into this area, into one of their things, setting it on fire, and leaving.
Yep.
Which is generally our solution, because Moo is
Which
a
of course
pyromaniac.
must zone.
Yep.
Like, the other characters just go along with it when he's just like, we should just set this place on fire.
I mean, my character's pretty into it too. She burned down a house by herself at one
Oh,
point.
right, yeah.
And,
That was kind of
yeah,
crazy.
you did.
She really
Heritage
thought
home.
that was cool. She's like, I'm going to do this all the time.
You totally wraithed that
Yeah.
ghost.
And
Yeah.
before we started doing that, we had a long discussion about like, oh, what's the morality of this for us? Kind of like decided, you know what, we want to have fun with the system, so like, if you wanted to do this the moral way, you just have creation on Monday, going to one place, taking out all the dossiers, whatever, just leaving, reading them through to go to another place until we go to the tippy top and then punch
was
one
a
vampire.
This was a lesson in expectations and communication that we all exercise because, you know, that's what you do. When
Because we
you're gaming
talk
for a long
outside
time.
of game about what we want in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it's basically like, it's okay for you guys to be fucking messy about shit and just have fun with it. It's okay to put a bunch of dudes in the hospital. They're bad guys. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
It's a bunch of teens fumbling through being superheroes.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. You know, it's not you're gonna get got. And it's like, ha ha, you secretly killed the dad who has 18 cancer kids because he's a Spider-Man villain. Ha ha ha! Those kids are gonna be they're gonna be sold to a factory to be turned into glue now.
You're secretly the evil ones.
Yeah, we're not fucking doing that. So it's like, don't be efficient. Don't have Peter walk through with his 20 dice to stealth and just steal everything, and then you guys efficiently like plant C4 everywhere. Just be fun. Just do shit. Just enjoy it.
Don't find the top of the pyramid and drop me off and let me
Yeah,
just...
that's exactly. You were all like, "Oh, we shouldn't hit anything. We should slowly work our way up to find the head of this conspiracy and blow them up, and then the whole thing."
one
will
punch
collapse."
zone, yeah.
It's like, guys, I was like, guys, if we do that, that'll be next session. The game's fucking done.
Yeah.
Do we really want to do that? Is that how we want this to roll? I think we have the same conversation in Fellowship too with the Overlord, where it's like, you guys know the most efficient way to get to Tarantulas and Murder. I'm like, okay, then 3 sessions in, you've won. Is that the game we wanted to do, guys?
Which is fine if that's a game you want to do,
Yeah,
but it's not...
Like, there's nothing wrong with that game. Like, if we wanted to run, you know, Transformers into Methods of Rationality, where we just fucking speed run the game. Yeah, whatever. That'd be fun for a lark. But it's like, is that really what we want to do with these characters that are always socializing, role playing,
Yeah.
getting into relationships and stuff?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not...
You're missing the point.
Yeah, exactly. You're not fucking stopping to see the scenic route.
Yeah,
You're
you
missing
wanna...
the forest for the trees, or missing the trees for the forest, or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, for only dealing with one vampire clan in LA, the Toreador, you guys really kind of wrecked face.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, maybe with the revised edition it'll be less of a wreck face. We'll see how things will be touched up.
So I'm looking into ways we can do this game that isn't the most tedious thing in the world for me. And yeah, the revised edition might streamline it a bit. Like I know Holden is also working on maybe a Chronicles of Darkness version. Maybe I've heard rumblings about it. I don't confirm or deny it yet. And I've also looked at this game called City of Mists, which is like a demigod mythos-y kind of noir-y game, and it looks like it supports this style of play we're doing right now, where you investigate things like investigators and then go in and resolve them with your demigod powers and, like, you know, try to fight back against bad things. So that might be the natural evolution for this game. We're running in that, and it's very light. It's narrative light. It's Power of the Apocalypse mixed in with a bit of Fate, and you actually can like build your character really solidly into what they want them to do. And it's not a huge fucking nightmare to run. Well, we might. I gotta read it. I have the PDF open here, and I was gonna read it tonight or tomorrow, whenever I get some time off from you people, just to see. I haven't dug too deep into it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was a nice ending to the season.
Yeah, holy
no,
shit.
good.
Yeah, this was a great season. I think people are going to like it. And, like, it's going back to Prince of the Universe, which people really enjoyed. Prince of the Universe has been dethroned recently, though. Your game, the first session of the Living Years, is the most watched episode we've ever had at, like, shit, let me look it up. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, yeah. So the Living Years Season 1, Episode 1 has raked in 1,019 downloads in 2 years.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the most watched thing ever. Right under it is Prince of the Universe at like 900 downloads.
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, Living Years is by far the most popular.
It's also like the most popular among the players.
Yeah.
Like everyone in the group talks about how that was like our best Godbound game.
We're not here to talk about how superior Godbound is to the systems that WoD Exalted use. We're here to talk about Exalted and how we might move to a different system because WoD and Exalted is frustrating.
I'm interested to see how this game holds up compared to those things, because I think we as players had a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, we've definitely grown a lot.
Yeah, exactly. We've grown, and it'll be interesting to see how this game holds up and how people like it.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about for this game? No?
No, I think
I don't
that's...
think so.
Then I think we've come to the conclusion. So, I was Devin.
Nicole?
Ian.
Kevin.
Yeah, Peter.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.